60 kilometers per hour, 162 miles per hour, and climbing. You can actually wind your car out through the gears and not have to worry about speeding, right? How freaking awesome. 174 miles per hour. What? Excuse me? I knew that thing looked good, and it's got to be 12. I didn't actually know it would be this fast. Holy crap. I want to be where this guy's at, right? I know the Autobahn's quite long. Whatever this section is, it'd be, I mean, if anyone knows, you'd be a genius. I don't know how you would actually tell. It's kind of an older video, but if you could tell, where is this clip at? Great section of road, wide open spaces. And there's no one on the road. That's like heaven for a car guy. This is it. It looks like maybe early morning, which I feel like early morning is the most satisfying time to drive. I don't know what it is. Crisp morning air. The world's a little quieter. You can just hear everything in the car. I think if you are an automotive person, you'll resonate with that. We're going almost 300 kilometers per hour right now. They're in the right lane too. I love that. They even have, this person follows the rules and has proper driving etiquette, even going 180 miles per hour. I respect it. Hell yes. Wow. You know, that car is from the 90s. That's pretty crazy. And I don't know when this video was taken, but I don't think this car, I don't think it was taken in 1993. So even if this video is 10 years old or 15 years old, the car was still 15 plus years old at the time. So like, this was not a new car. This thing is in great shape. It rides phenomenal. You can just tell, especially German cars are just made for the Autobahn. They have it seems like tight tolerances, very engineered with a purpose and built for speed. Like this thing is stable at speed. It looks like it's riding well. Not many cars you see at any given intersection can just sit there and go 180 miles per hour. Most cars can't even do over 120 very safe. I'll be the first to admit that. I wouldn't necessarily want to go that fast in most of the cars I've owned. Okay, this is a short clip. It says, why you always have to pay attention on the Autobahn. Let's see, we're in an Audi. Oh, we have a warning on the TFT display here between the gauge cluster, or between the gauges, in the gauge cluster, I should say. And of course, I don't know what that says, so perhaps someone else might know watching this. Don't know. It went away. Oh, I see what happened. Oh, how scary. Now, is the average German driver better than at least what I would experience over here? Yes. Does that mean everyone's perfect in any country? No. Look what happened here. This is a van, a Euro van, cargo van, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, it's an easy mistake to make if you're not super careful, right? You might think it's clear, to be fair. This car might have looked like it was really far away, but you have to be careful because we're not talking about a speed limit road. We're talking about the Autobahn. This guy could be cruising, and he was. 240 kilometers per hour is very fast. I mean, the speedometer's almost pegged. And he just gets over. Thankfully, he does see and actually tries to get back over out of the way, but it was, at least he avoided a collision, but it was too late in the sense that he hit, our camera car, he had to slam on the brakes, and he was probably a little raised heart rate for a second there. I'm sure that was a little scary. Wow. Can we give a round of applause to this driver? Very aware. Great job, as you should be at those speeds. Can we also give a round of applause to Audi? I love Audis. That thing when you're going that fast, brakes, you can't expect to brake well at that speed. It braked well. It braked really, really well. Now, this freaks me out. Driving at night is not one of my favorite things, especially just because a lot of things go through my head. You know, having less visibility is not as fun on highways. And then, of course, like wildlife. I'm like, please, I don't want to see a deer cross the road or something, right? I'm sure that could be a possibility in Germany as well, although I'm sure it's probably not too common, I would hope. But we are in an Audi going over 300 kilometers per hour. The speedometer is actually pegged. And they're in the right lane. That's what cracks me up. He's changing lanes with the turn signal and everything. I love it. See, the etiquette's still there. It's still there, even flying down the highway at speeds that no American's ever gone here, unless they're out of their mind and unless they're in a really capable car. This is an Audi A8L. 4.2 TDI. See, I love it how the average Audi, even an Audi A8L, it's a diesel, right? Like, that's so rare here in the US. Yet, there you go. You have a diesel Audi, and it's flying down the Autobahn. How freaking cool is that, dude? This whole thing, I just nerd out over. Look at this. Great awareness. Change lanes, change back to the right. Hell yeah. Back to the left to pass, back over to the right where you should be, even going high speeds. This is so proper. I love it. Seriously though, I can't fathom that I'm looking at someone just go 300 kilometers per hour in an Audi at night, legally on a road, like a public highway, on the Autobahn. I just can't comprehend it. Can I also mention that these videos, right? The last one, this one, the first one, also even that 90s BMW, but especially these Audis right here, these newer ones, this thing is so stable. It looks like it's riding phenomenally well. It's almost, dare I say, quiet. Like, you're gonna hear velocity, right? Like, velocity is freaky. You know, speed is real. Speed is crazy. So you're gonna, no matter what car, no matter how well engineered, you're gonna hear some, speed, right? You're just gonna hear it, wind resistance, and noises that come from going that fast. I'd say it's overall pretty freaking quiet. This thing is riding really smooth for that kind of speed. Again, this is insane. I can't think of, I love cars from everywhere. I love American cars here, right? But I can't think of the average American car that can just hang out at speeds like this on the road. If we did have an Autobahn, which we don't have a no speed limit road, but even if we did, like, I can't think of any cars I've ever owned or relatives' cars or anything that would be hanging out comfortably at 300 kilometers per hour. That's what I'm saying. German cars are nuts in the best way. All right, we're back in a BMW. Still in Germany, of course. We're in the E46 M3. Now, I do know what this is. Again, I give credit when the credit's due. I have to admit, this is an awesome vehicle. E46 M3s are great, right? Instant classics. Let's go. This is a daily drive to work at 165 plus miles per hour on the Autobahn. So there's a look at like a German driveway. I'm assuming these are houses or flats or apartments, but I'm assuming houses. Look at that, a Jeep Grand Cherokee from the 90s. Something I would not expect to see. There you go. Interesting. Oh yeah, this thing sounds great. Of course it's a manual. Yes, love it. It's interesting seeing the different road types. This, I guess, would you call this a neighborhood or is this a village or what? It's obviously very different looking than here in the US, which I love seeing. People walking. You don't see that much here. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh my god, he forgot his beer. I just kidding. I don't know if that was beer or not, but I wonder where he forgot it. Was it on the roof of the car? be something else, wouldn't it? It's a Diet Coke.